Hello and welcome to this Harrison District 2 Infinite Campus tutorial on Messenger. Messenger is this little folder right here, and it has a little expand button next to it, and there are three things inside of it. One is a failing grades message, one is a missing assignments message, and one is just random teacher messages. We're going to start with the failings grades message. You can see right here that we have the default message. I don't recommend using the default message just because it's very blunt, and then also it provides misinformation. Right now in Harrison District 2, in the parent portal, we do not have grades available for parents to view. So it says here that you can view the parent portal and find out more information, but that is not true. So you'll have to create a new template right up here. You just go to that little drop-down menu, select new. Just because I want to get through this quickly, I'm just going to select one that I've already created called F's. Here is the message I created. Dear parent guardian, this message is to inform you that your child blank is receiving a failing grade in blank. This grade is not final, and with extra guidance and hard work, I'm sure blank will be able to improve to a passing grade. Here are some comments. And I enjoy working with you to provide blank with the best education possible. Please email me with any questions. And then as I scroll down, sincerely, my name, and then my email address. Why did I put my email address in? Because this email is being sent from Infinite Campus, and they will need your email address so that they can email you back. Everything in here is just like you would use in Word or any other word processing application. You have bold, italicize, underline, your bullet points here, your alignments here. You got pictures, tables, you got the font, you got the size of the font, and you got the color of the font. The only thing tricky is this little blue box here, and this is where you add the fields, and that's what these little things are here so that you can individualize it to each student. In order to add those, it's really fairly simple. Find out where you want to put it, click on that icon, and then it'll give you all the fields that you can put into your letter to the parent. So the ones that most teachers are going to use are the ones that are already opened up down here. The course name and the teacher comments. You won't use the portal URL until that gets opened a little bit later. And then we have the demographics right here. And this is where you're going to find the student's name. So under demographics, you go down and there's the first name, and you click on that. And now you have the student's first name right there. And that's how you create it. Now after you've done this, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that because that's not necessary. All you're going to do is hit save. And when you hit save, it's going to say, what do you want this to be called? And you're going to type the name in there, you hit OK. And then after you do that, it will be listed in this drop-down menu right here, and you'll be able to select it every time you come back and for every class. For those teacher comments, as I tried to say earlier, this is a generic letter, and the only thing that's going to be different every time you send it out are going to be these teacher comments. So if you want to put something in there like students struggled with the test on Friday, we will have a make-up test on Tuesday. So if you want to put that in there, then you can. Before you preview the notices, notice that there's a couple things. You do want to send this to an email. You do want to allow repeat messages. What that's saying that you can do is, if a student was on the F list, say 2 weeks ago, and they got sent a message, and now it's 2 weeks later and they're still on the F list, do you want to send them another message? Do you want the parents to get another message? I would say yes, you do. And then in 2 weeks in the future, if they're still on the F list, do you want to send the parents a message again? And the answer, I think, is yes. You're going to want to use in-progress grades. And how would you like to filter the grades? Well, at least at the secondary level, D's and F's are considered failing, so in this case you'd probably want to select all the D's and the F's. Then over here you're going to want to select what quarter. Today we went third quarter, third term. And then all the students over here, you can select who you want to send it to. Say you have a new student and that student bombed the first test because they weren't here to receive any of the information. Well, you don't want to send those parents an email saying they're failing your class. So you would just go over and deselect them, and then you don't have to worry about them getting an email. Now let's preview the notices. Here is my message. And notice how I have a recipient count of 3 but an email count of 1. That seems a bit odd. Let's look into it. Now I know this is all blurred out, but right here, this number 1, that is a parent. And then right below that where there's no number, this right here, this is an email address. Now these two people right here, these are both parents, but they have not given us email addresses, so they will not be receiving an email through to their normal account. One last feature is this preview feature. When you select that, you get to see what the email actually looks like. So here is the email with all of the stuff in it. Here's the student's name, and here's the comments that I typed up about having a makeup test on Tuesday, and then finally, sincerely in me, this is what it's going to look like. Once I'm happy with everything that I've created, all I have to do is hit send message, and it'll send it out to all the people, in this case, just one person. The next one we're going to talk about is missing assignments. Missing assignments is cool, but before we even start here, we really have to go up to our grade book. So let's go to third quarter, and you can see right here there's a little blue triangle in the bottom of each one of these cells. Each one of those is a missing assignment. In order to assign a missing assignment, and let's go ahead, let's go ahead and assign one right here. All we're going to do is right click, and we're going to go to missing, and then it's going to come up as this blue triangle there. And now Infinite Campus knows that it's a missing assignment. I hit save to make sure it saves it there. And then finally, I go to missing assignments. Now once again, here's the default email. Like I said before, I don't appreciate that one. So I would say create a new one. I've already created one called Homework Club Test. Now here's my email. Dear Parent Guardian, this message is to inform you that your child blank has one or more missing assignments in blank course. Our policy at Fox Meadow is that students who have not completed their work must stay for homework club from 3:40 to 4:40. Please email me as soon as possible to let me know if this is okay. My email is listed below my signature. Here are blanks missing assignments, and then it lists all the assignments that are missing. And then finally there's a place for teacher comments, which we talked about before, and then I have my name and my email address. And you create this the same way you do the failing grades. Before you preview the notices, notice that the email is checked. You do want to allow repeat messages. If there's anybody you don't want to receive the message, deselect them here. And then you want to select the term, or you want to select just the assignment. In this case, I'm going to select all third quarter assignments, but not fourth quarter assignments. But if I didn't want to select, if I just wanted certain ones, I could go in and say, I just want to send out messages about this assignment and this assignment, and that's it. But in my case, I'm going to select them all. And then I'm going to find that preview notices right here. And there's my message, and now I have 3 recipients, but unfortunately no emails that are listed in our system. So I go to review them, and I have 3 parents listed, but none of them have given us email addresses. So I go to preview, just to look at what the email will look like. And here we go. It's filled in the student's name, it's filled in the course, and it's filled in all the missing assignments. This student has 5 missing assignments. And finally, there's my name and my email address. And when I'm ready, all I do is hit send message. In this case, it really wouldn't go very far. And finally, there's teacher messages. This is the easiest one. All you do is type whatever you want into the subject. So this one's called homework. And the body will say, I will assign lots of homework. And then you can either save and continue. If you hit save and continue, it will save it over here to your template so that you can use it again. If you don't want to save it, then you just hit continue. And it's going to say, who do you want to send it to? Well, I want to send it to all the guardians. In that case, I want to select all these guardians. If there's anybody I don't want to send it to, I just select that parent's name and they disappear. And then it says, send it out by email. Let's preview the notices. And you can see we have 32 recipients, 19 emails are available to us. So we're going to go ahead and send the message. That's about it for Messenger. I hope you have a great day.